Hi everybody, this is Sherry from Succulent Babies. I am going to be doing a description of kind of a comparison between these baby toes that they are called Finesterias, and I wanted to show you a picture of comparison as to a couple different ideas I had in regards to the same family genesis that this plant has. These are low growing evergreen succulent perennials, and what happens is they come out club shaped, as you can see from their leaves. They have a clear window at the apex, which is the top part of it, and it's kind of like a purplish greenish color. And what happens is that it will flower, and these are not flowering as of yet, but they will be white when they do. The genesis of these plants came from a man named Frank Firth, and he was a railroad service gardener in Johannesburg in 1872. From that time till he passed away in 1954. It was named after him at that time, and in honor of him, because of the fact that he brought the attention to the species that it is, that is where the information of the plant comes from. Okay, so I have a couple things that I could talk to you about in regards to it. It will get up to about 6 inches in height, which is about 15 centimeters tall. It's not very reduced. It looks like it may be, but it's not. The tip of each leaf is transparent and diffused when the light hits it. So the diffused light is what causes the rest of the leaf to give this color hue, a transparency. The roots, if we were to take them out of the container, would be very thick and shallow, and they do spread. As you can see, they have multiplied here. These leaves are very smooth and as green as they are. The Corvex apex of it is about probably 1.6 inches, which is a comparable in a 4 centimeter long measurement. Being that, like I said, this one would flower white, those flowers would probably be about a 1.2 inch, 3 centimeter in diameter. Okay. Now I do have a concern about how to care for these. These are my own plants, and they have been kept outside here in my yard where I have plenty of other succulents, and I don't really give it too much attention. And the reason why, it's the biggest problem that this plant could get is the overwatering or underwatering of it. So I really have done it justice by kind of like neglecting it in a way, because I don't really give it too much or too little. So they're tolerant of the drought conditions. And I am in Los Angeles, California. So the temperatures here in the summertime have ranged from about 75 to now we're in the middle of July almost, and it's about 90 degrees, 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. They need that moisture to store their leaves to sustain them during the growing season. So the growing season is not yet on, but yet it seems to be doing very fair when it comes to looking at how healthy these plants look. So moving these plants to a full sun light where my temperatures are going to be at least 65 degrees is where these plants, or this plant, has been in my yard. It has never been put inside my house. They have few problems of pests and disease. As you can see, they don't have any. But please watch out for the rot when you are planting and watering them. Overwatering them causes them to rot. So the pots that you have them in should be working really well so that you can have a good drainage. Fertilize in the early spring and a half dilution of cactus and succulent food. I really don't do that to them. I don't really give them anything except good new soil, because I bring it back up to the top of the brim of the pot, and I remove them, and I basically clean up the pot from debris that has accumulated inside of the pot, as you can see. I do remove all old ones or old damaged leaves in there as well. It was nicknamed baby toes because if you've ever seen a baby's toes, they resemble that, and the nickname stuck on it. So basically, that's basically what they've been called that. Their dormant season, when it is happening, they should have no water at all. So being put outside, it's going to really work well. Okay? Now I wanted to show and share with you something in comparison. This one here is the same as that, in the same family. This is a Faurecia, and Faurethias look like those baby toes. The flowers are so much beautiful, more than just the white. They have the pink on them. And these are the same as that. They cultivate it. They need the same watering, the same sun conditions to be met, and they're to keep dry in the winter time. I wanted to share this with you because there's so many beautiful ones. These are just not the only ones, as you can tell.